Alena was diagnosed with autism August of 2007. And basically what that was like for us was someone wrote the word autism on an umbrella and said, here, carry this around over her head the rest of her life. We were really confused and scared, and there's so many symptoms, if you will, that fall underneath that diagnosis.
Not knowing was the biggest fear factor. One question answered would lead to another question, and more things came together. And when we discussed Theraplay, we really didn't know what to expect.
We just did some research and we found Theraplay.
With Alena's family, the neat thing was they randomly came in here one afternoon and I had a no-show. And so I was walking out front to see if my child had showed up, and they didn't. And so I started talking to Alena's parents and ended up talking to her for almost half an hour, 45 minutes. She gave him a tour, and then the next week I was able to get him in for an evaluation. So it's kind of neat to get to know them before even knowing that I'd be taking her onto my caseload.
Alena has a really unique personality. She's always happy, always smiling. But as far as where she falls out on the autism spectrum, if you will, she has some sensory issues.
She was, sensory-wise, was just so sensory-seeking. She was scratching the carpet, she was waving things in front of her eyes, she was rocking back and forth, she was trying to climb up high. It was just every sensory that could be heightened at that point, she was seeking. She loves the horse, and so we always ride the horse first, A, because she loves it, and B, because it gives her that sensory input to then be able to attend for the rest of her session.
The thing that makes Julie and Alena work so well is that Alena's high energy and Julie brings a lot of energy to the table, and their mutual respect for each other in the session while on the horse, while in the classroom, just kind of makes everything come together.
I think it's more than just riding a horse that's involved. The therapist has a huge part in it, and one thing about Theraplay is they really match up the child and the personality with the right therapist. I don't know how they do it, but they do. When we first came, we didn't think we'd be here the next session. It just didn't go well, but it was all so new to Alena. But she almost instantaneously grasped what it was all about, and it's kind of like she knew it was going to be good for her.
Every once in a while you have those breakthroughs where it's there, and you haven't seen it before, and her parents get excited, I get excited, because you just see the accomplishments that she's making, and you get to know the families and you get to know the kids, and you just fall in love with them, and you want the best for them. You want them to be able to do everything that everyone else is doing.
We're looking through a window, and we're able to see the smiles, and the laughter, and so many times children with autism, for example, they get this umbrella, as Martina said, and people think that they don't want to socially interact or be involved, and to see her involved and catching this energy and just enjoying the moment, and it's free of all the stereotypes. I mean, there's nothing to see there but a little girl having fun and getting better, and that's what it means to me.